With Chewy, get your flea and tick meds delivered before the itch begins.
The darkest night. Have you ever wondered what would happen when the day falls and the night rises, where Batman stops holding back? In the shadowed alleys of Gotham, where the moonlight doesn't break through the clouds, a being born from the ashes of a shattered childhood, rising like the sun from the depths of despair. One night, a gun was fired, and one night rose to stop it. But now we finally get to see what happens when you give a bloodlusted Batman prep time. And I'll be the first to tell you, it puts a smile on my face. In a different universe, on a different Earth, Batman watches in horror as the Joker goes on his biggest killing spree yet, killing Commissioner Gordon and all of Batman's rogues as Batman is drugged and paralyzed, forced to watch Gotham burn in front of his eyes. Batman has always been a man of honor and code, becoming the greatest at what he does, refusing to break one rule. But tonight the air shifts as it shatters with the city of Gotham. Batman breaks the Joker's neck, but this was his greatest mistake. Batman inhales toxins from the Joker's heart, turning him into something far worse than the Batman. The true ending of Arkham Knight. Batman goes on to burn Gotham, and his family that he built is ended in a blink of an eye. And even when the Justice League comes to stop him, they are all killed one by one, and it makes him so happy, becoming the Batman who laughs. The Batman who laughs goes on to conquer his entire dimension, residing in the universe named Earth -22, turning everyone and everything into his personal.
So Batman Who Laughs is the Darkest Night?
Pawns. The DC multiverse has two sides of the same coin. In the multiverse, everything is normal, and on the other side of the coin is the dark multiverse, born from the fears that seep out of the regular one, meaning every fear that a character has is manifested in the dark, like a nightmare you can't wake up from. The Batman Who Laughs encounters Barbados, Batman's true father, who wants to team up with him to invade the multiverse, bringing together many dark versions of Batman, and together they will cover the light of the multiverse in darkness. Launching a full invasion of the multiverse, the Batman Who Laughs stands as their leader and was stated to be Batman who never loses, because a Batman who smiles is a Batman who wins. But after learning about godlike beings, he found a loophole to gain strength to rule over all of them, and my God, did he do it. The Batman Who Laughs found a Bruce Wayne that was hidden from the others, a Bruce Wayne with the powers of Dr. Manhattan, a being who can alter the DC multiverse and control all of space and time. This Batman was able to recreate the machine that turned John Osterman into Dr. Manhattan, and when he gets inside, he hears laughter. Trapping this universe as Bruce Wayne in the machine and turning it on, the Batman Who Laughs kills this Bruce Wayne before his powers can fully manifest. And this is the beginning of the end. Before these events, the Batman Who Laughs teams up with Perpetua, the mother of the multiverse, and is able to manipulate her into believing that she needs his help to regain her strength by flooding her body with crisis energy. Crisis energy is the result of every event in DC Comics that shatters reality. Every single one of those events across the infinite multiverse condense into energy that the Batman Who Laughs gives to her. Wally West, the fastest man alive at this time, was able to get the powers of the Mobius chair, which is a portion of Dr. Manhattan's powers, allowing him to become omniscient, or all-knowing. But when he looks into the infinite multiverse, he sees the Batman who laughs and states that he's a threat to all of it. Diana wanted to take the crisis energy and infuse it into the Mobius chair, but the Batman who laughs cut it off and is killed by Diana. But this is a Batman who never loses, being all part of his plan. After the Batman who laughs dies, his brain is transferred into the Bruce Wayne with the powers of Dr. Manhattan, becoming a being who is one with every
He has a backup plan to a backup plan to a backup plan. Like, nigga, how the fuck do you have that much shit?
this plan. After the Batman who laughs dies, his brain is transferred into the Bruce Wayne with the powers of Dr. Manhattan, becoming a being who is one with
How the fuck did they even...
every version of Batman in history, down to the very DNA of who Batman is. He isn't the Batman who laughs anymore. He's turned into...
I will not forgive to anyone that will watch this video without sharing it. You help me and
He swore an oath on his parents' grave that he would avenge their deaths by protecting others from their fate. He trained for years to uphold this oath, traveling the world, perfecting his mind and body. He embraced a creature that haunted his youth and transformed himself into a living symbol, a caped crusader. But if he was the real Batman, his story would have ended here. But he has a revelation, something he's never realized till right now. Batman has always been a reaction from the bullet that was fired on that one night. Just as he has a reaction, so does every Batman in the infinite creation. That's why he's not a Batman at all, not one who cries or one who laughs. Not even the combination of every Batman. He's far more than that. He's more than the alley and more than the gun. He's the cause. He has to become the bullet. He wants to become the cause not just for the identity of Batman, but for the entire DC multiverse, becoming the reason that everything lives and everything dies, becoming the reason for miracles and the reason for disaster, becoming the bullet that's fired at the entire DC multiverse, enslaving it all. And even speedsters can't dodge this, because for the multiverse's brightest day, there will always be the darkest night. He's so powerful.
Curses.
Becoming the bullet that's fired at the entire DC multiverse, enslaving it all. And even speedsters can't dodge this, because for the multiverse's brightest day, there will always be that he can hold multiverses in his hands and scales above realms that transcend concepts themselves, falling into a rabbit hole to the fifth dimension, where characters like Mr. Mixie can view creation like a 2D disc, scaling above Limbo, a realm where every character goes to when they die, the Monitor Sphere in 6th dimension, where the most powerful cosmic beings reside, shaking the God Spear with his presence, and the lights of Hypertime are flickered out. He steals the speed from speedsters, obliterating the Speed Force itself. Wally West on the Mobius chair proclaims that the Darkest Night is the most evil being that the multiverse has ever seen, past, present, or future. After stealing the crisis energy from the Mobius chair, he becomes unstoppable, creating a multiverse in his hands infested with evil versions of every character in all of creation, and he wages war on creation itself, where all the heroes and villains team up to try and stop him, and they're still losing. He takes on Superboy Prime, who is able to retcon the entire DC multiverse with a single punch, and he was still holding back. Multiverse with a single punch, and he was still holding.
Wage war or create himself.
And they're still losing.
I'm trying to know. I'm trying to melt.
Prime was able to retcon the entire DC multiverse with a single punch, and he was still holding back.
Then he
Retcon the entire DC multiverse with a single punch, and he was still holding back. And even when the mother of the multiverse, Perpetua, stands up to stop him, she is killed and has her energy absorbed into darkness. Perpetua is unimaginably stronger than Barbados, who can crack the multiverse by screaming, and the Darkest Knight is gaining even more strength. The Darkest Knight is saving his energy to fight beings that even Perpetua is afraid of. The Hands, which are cosmic beings who are responsible for creating the Omniverse, which houses infinite multiverses, and were stated to be beings with unrivaled strength and unrivaled fear. The Darkest Knight having the power of every crisis event in history, even the events of Final Crisis, the story of Cosmic Armor Superman. And the only way to defeat him is to send him to the end of creation, to the Red Sun of Death, where his story will be forcefully ended, the beginning of the end. Overall, the Darkest Knight would scale 7 layers into Outer Versal with irrelevant speed. And shout out to Avery, who dropped 50 to sponsor this video. In the end, this truly was Batman's greatest mistake, and why you should never push him too far, because the multiverse itself will get lined up in the barrel, waiting to fire. When the Batman Who Laughs woke up on the operating table after becoming the Darkest Knight, he in the end, this truly was Batman's greatest mistake, and why you should never push him too far, because the multiverse itself will get lined up in the barrel, waiting to fire. The Batman Who Laughs woke up on the operating table after becoming the Darkest Knight.
How the fuck does that happen? You're literally in space. How the fuck did you somehow magically wake up and
already knows what the evil Alfreds are going to say before they even speak. They ask him if it worked and if he's okay. The gun is here. The multiverse has a fang. The first thing he says is bang. What's up, guys? It's Devon. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you want to sponsor a video just like this one, I have my Cash App linked in the description where you can sponsor your very own video.
Loki is actually tough. Dun, 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 dun.